Hello. Hello. I thought I'd do an impromptu Sunday live stream. Hope everybody's well. And whoever's out there, just say hello in the chat. And we'll go from there, shall we? So, let's see what we got going on. A few things to play around with, so just bear with me a second because I am just setting up. Didn't really have a lot of things to play with, so I thought I'd just mix it up and try and go live and test out the Wavelink beta software just to see if we can get an audio mix going on. Might be a good way of mixing audio when you don't necessarily have an outboard mixer like a Rodecaster and things like that. I just want to see, you know, how decent it is. So say hello in the chat if you're here. I need to just get my chat thing going up first. So let me just get my... Where shall I stick that chat? I guess I'll just put it here for now. Need the OBSBot camera on there as well. And just... So many things to mess around with. All right, let's have a look if that's working or not. Can I say something in the chat? Probably not. But I can see it here anyway, so let me just... Hi everyone, let's see if that comes through. It did. I mean, now will it come through on here if I click on it? That'll do. I think I'll just move that up a little bit. All right, we've got the chat working. All right. Can I add another destination whilst I'm going live? Probably not. No, I'll just go. It's just live to YouTube today anyway, so that will do. That will do. Do. I'll get rid of all this stuff. So I don't know if anybody's actually tested this or played with this. I saw Elgato's announcement, I think it was last week, the week before, whenever it was, that they'd basically made this Wavelink software now that people can use for free, which is fun. So there's a lot of different ways to use this software. Previously, the Wavelink software, when you got it, you have to have a hardware device to work with it, like the XLR device that they had, or if you basically had one of the Wave microphones. But now they've made it available for free, so you can play with it with any software. So it's Windows and Mac, which is great. So let's see if we can get it working. So I might have to mess around with a mix. I'll probably do a full video on this at some point as well. Just today, I thought it'd be just fun just to do this live and see if I can get anything mixed in the audio. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let me go into... Hopefully you can hear some music in the background. Currently, how I'm doing this right now is I've got some music playing on the Rodecaster, and that's going into Ecamm just as part of the mix, and the mic's being mixed as well. So it's just a single channel, nothing sexy, just simple audio mixing. But with the Elgato Wavelink software, you've got the ability now to create multiple submixes and then decide what you want to send to where, which is great. So you can be very flexible with the mix. I've also got some music software running in the background as well, so I might just see if that works well with it. So let's take a look. Let's go into sharing. Okay, we've got the two cameras. Let's not worry about that too much. So we've got the software. So this is the Elgato Wavelink software. Just turn the music down a bit. That you can get for free. So you can download it now at Elgato's website. I think it's... let me just spin this up a second. Elgato.com. I think it's under the beta program. Oh, okay. Thanks, Elgato. Okay. Elgato beta. Okay. Let's just paste that in the chat. Hey, thanks. I think it's King Paco Nintendo Lover. All right, thanks for joining. I think it is definitely better than the Rode interface from what I've seen. The Rode interface is limited just by what you can do within the Rode system itself. But I think with this particular one, we can create lots of different submixes. I don't know if you've had any experience playing with it. If you're on a Windows or a Mac, let me know in the chat, because yeah, I'd be interested to see how this pans out. So there's a couple of things that you can do. You've got the ability to create mixes, and I think it's 10 mixes, 15, I might be wrong. There's quite a few mixes that you can create. I don't know why you would need all those. And then the channels are really just the input sources. So let's create a channel first of all, and you'll see straight away that you can get the audio from any of these applications that's running. So I'm going to just pick the Rodecaster Duo chat, which is the microphone interface that I'm using. But this could be anything. This could be a USB mic. It could be the OBSBot mic. It could be any mic. And you can see straight away that it's activated. You can give it a name. Obviously, you can change that. And then here, you've got the ability to add this channel to a particular mix. And then once you've added it to a mix, which is this chat mix here that's defaulted, you can then add multiple different effects. So it will basically allow you to use all of the VST or audio unit plugins that you've got as well. So you can put like the vinyl on here, which is like a clicky vinyl sound. I might try that later because it's funny. So we've got the Rodecaster Duo chat into the chat mix, and I'll just close that for a second. I'm not going to add it to this yet. So in the chat mix, you've got a couple of options. So the first one is, where do you want to send the audio? So you obviously want to have some monitoring with the mix that you're creating, and you can add the specific audio output. In this particular case, I'm going to choose the Rodecaster main stereo, which is where the mix is going. I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but we'll soon find out. And then mix options, always show volume sliders. That's it, on or off. I think that's it. So let's close the window. So this chat mix at the moment has got two outputs. It's the virtual mix. So you can send that to OBS, Ecamm, Teams, Zoom, whatever you want. And then the other output is basically where it wants to go to. I don't think I need to do that actually, because I can see here the main mix. Let me just remove that. I don't want to get this into a horrible loop, for example. So the chat mix, I think you've got one main output device here. So this is going to be the one that you enable when you want to either solo or mix in the various channels. So I think mine's set to Rodecaster Duo main, which is this device here. Okay, so I'm going to switch them over in a second. So chat mix, So let's see. Okay, so King Paco says you have Windows 11 and you've got a gaming computer and you have the Rode interface Dual. Okay, so you got the Rode Duo interface. Okay, cool. Similar setup then. I've got the Rode interface as well, so let's see if we can get this working. So what I'm going to do is send this microphone over to the chat mix. So let's do that. So now you can see as I'm talking, I've got my Rodecaster Duo going out to the chat mix, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the music, and I'm going to turn up. That should be interesting. So let me just see if this is going to work. I'm now going to. Okay, so I'm going to switch my sound levels now in Ecamm. You can't see this. Well, actually, you can if I just move this over here. So let's go into Ecamm a second, and let's go into live demo mode. So in here, I've got my system audio on, so I'm going to mute that because I'm sharing screen. So I'm just going to mute my system audio, and I'm going to change my chat mix now. Sorry, my mix to chat mix. So hopefully 1. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just sending the Rode microphone out, and then the chat mix is the submix in the Wave Link software. So King Paco, can you just do me a favor and tell me, can you hear any double audio? It should be fine because I'm just sending this microphone out and that's it. So I shouldn't be hearing any dual audio or anything like that. So let me know. I'll come out of that now. No, if I just, let me close that window a second. No, okay. Yes, I'm not hearing any dual audio, which is fine. Not from my side anyway, so I think it's good. So what you're saying is you could create a mixed profile for my gaming for my live stream. Yeah, so you can do, which is great. So you can, for example, I can send just certain audio out now to you guys in the live stream and then have a different submix for myself. Okay. And thank you. You don't hear double, you hear me normal. Great. Okay. So let's add something else then. Let's grab QuickTime. No, QuickTime. I'm going to now add QuickTime as a source, and I'm going to send that as a mix out. So I'm going to turn that volume down because it's quite loud. Create the channel. And I'm going to add a mix. So I'm going to find QuickTime. QuickTime player. I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to send this. Can I not say where it's going? Okay, where does it go then? Yeah, oops, wrong way. You're absolutely right. To do that with the Rode interface, it's not as easy at all. Good point. And yeah, I do find it's not as intuitive, the Rode interface. That's the only tricky thing about Rode. I mean, it's okay if you start to do audio routing, but you got to go into the audio routing path and do a lot of submixing and things like that. This is probably an easy way of doing it. So I'm just trying to work out, shouldn't I get like a submix now? I should be able to say, let me just get my head around this. So this is a music. So I've changed my icon, close the window. So if I play the music, I should be able to send this out to the mix. No, it's playing, but nobody can hear it right now. And why? What am I doing wrong? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm obviously doing something wrong, so I think I need to tell it where to go. Hit the ear. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, let me have a look. Yeah, I'm obviously missing something. I can't remember. Why can't I send... What I want to do is send the QuickTime that's playing in the background. So the QuickTime is playing. And I want to send this to the chat mix. I'm obviously doing something wrong. Mix options. Chat mix. Okay. So with this one, I had the option to... as you can see, that's already been sent. I'm obviously doing something wrong. Hit the ear and had an output. Okay. Oh, that's another mix. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. Do. I thought I'd be able to just send this music out. Maybe I'm missing something. I want you to hear. I want to be able to send this. So the chat mix is working. You can hear my voice. I just want to be able to send the QuickTime audio to the same chat mix. And that's the bit I'm confused about because I thought I was able to do that. Let me just delete this channel. One sec. Okay, so I'm getting something wrong here then. So if I add a channel, QuickTime player. QuickTime is playing. I'm obviously missing something then. Ah. My mistake. Okay, so my mistakes. Sorry, I was being a bit dumb. It's not intuitive. So it's a one-to-one mapping. So the Rodecaster Duo chat here. Let me just turn this volume down a little bit. Now I get it. So basically you add channels and then you add them to the mix here. So it's a one-to-one mapping. So add Duo chat, you add it here. A QuickTime player, add it here. And then obviously I just need to listen to it. And that's great. Bingo. Okay. And I can mix it here. Cool. I like that. Hey, Joseph. Loud and clear indeed. Okay, so this is a good device actually if you just want to do any submixing. It's very easy to do. Now I'm gonna play Okay, so the only thing you can't do... Is that right? You can't do it via the Stream Deck? Let's test it. That's what we're doing tonight. We're just messing around and testing stuff. So let me figure that out first, but I want to see if I can add my my music software Logic. So let me try that. I'm going to just stop this for a second. I'm just going to add it to here. All right, I'm going to play something, and then you can tell me if you can hear it. All right, so let me know if you heard that. That's just basically using Logic, and so any app that I have on my Mac, I can just basically pick up the audio for. Now I will say, okay, so interesting. Okay, so let me know if you heard the music, by the way, and that would be great. So let's see what you said here. So you've been trying to do it since October 16th. They keep telling me I have to own the Stream Deck Plus. Oh, thank you. Why did I stop? Well, it's the first time I've actually ever played live here. So that was interesting. Yeah, so I've only ever played there. Okay. You could hear everything. Oh, thank you so much. Just my own little creation. I love playing music. Just don't get a lot of time to do it, but I'm going to be spending more time doing it. That's the plan. And you could hear everything. So I think what you're saying is, and let's just put some of the nice music on the background. Okay. I'll just put this chill out music on. Okay, so I think what you're saying is, and you're right, is that you will need a Stream Deck of some kind to be able to control the volume. Now, I don't think it uses... We'll try it out. I have a Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck Plus here. Just turn this camera a sec. So I do have a Stream Deck Plus here with the rotary controls. So obviously you should be able to use that to control the volume for the various mixes. Another thing is I don't think this Wavelink software also works currently with the virtual Stream Deck software. Okay, so let's take a look. Do I have an overhead camera? I do. Is it in focus? I don't know. Okay. Let me get my overhead camera going. Which one is that? Let's do camera C. Oh, that's not right. There you go. So Stream Deck, 2 Stream Decks. This is the Stream Deck Plus with the rotary controls. Let's mess around with that, shall we? And see if we can get that going. So, oh, yes, I was thinking about like just playing some music sometime, just camera, play some music and things like that. The only problem is when I'm hearing myself, there's a little bit of a latency with the software, but I could fix that by routing out a non-latency mix via the Rodecaster. So it's hard to play when you've got like a, I don't know, 100 millisecond little bit of latency and things, but that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, it does work. Okay, from YouTube that I watch. Yeah. Okay, so while we're here, let's take a look at the Stream Deck and just see what we can do from a volume control perspective. And then I'll try and do it with the virtual one while we're here. You should also be able to do it with just a standard Stream Deck with the up and down buttons, but I guess that's not supported. But that's why we're testing, right? We'll just have a mess around and have a test today. Let's have a look. Okay, let's do a new thing. Do I have to get the Wavelink software? Okay, let's have a look. I don't think I've got it. Let me grab it. Oh, that's a Wavelink, okay. Oh, so you can't have version 3 of the Wavelink software and version 2 of the Wavelink software together. That's a shame. Does that mean you'd have to change everything then? You'd have to start you'd have to rebuild your audio mixes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's try this anyway. So let's try an input device. I'm going to select, see, open Wavelink. Wavelink is open. I bet it doesn't work with the beta software. Well, that's annoying. And let me close Stream Deck down a sec. Sometimes it needs a bit of a kick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it still doesn't work. Do you know then, is there a beta version of the plugin? Because it certainly is not working with this. I think this is the... No, that's a shame. Let's have a look. Wavelink. Yeah, version 2.3. Doesn't say what it works with though. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. No, I appreciate what you're telling me. I mean, they probably need to... Oh, I'd have to check that out. That's a shame. Okay, so it doesn't look like this version of the Wavelink. Maybe I need to restart the Wavelink software. I'm going to give that a go. Just give me a sec. What I'll do is switch the microphone over. Okay, back to the chat. I'm going to kill this software for a sec. So you're asking me, I don't think so, but I'll have to check. Let me just try this first. It's probably not going to work. No, okay, so that doesn't work. So I can't use this version of the Wavelink plugin with the new beta version of that. Ah, okay. Why don't they give you the right plugin then? Let me just see. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go to Stream Deck, Stream Deck, Stream Deck, Stream. You mean on the plugins? Go to the settings, add Stream Deck to the 3D settings and Stream Deck. Oh, okay. Let me check that. Are you talking about the plugin settings here? Go to settings, add Stream Deck to the 3.0. Oh, I see. You're talking about the settings in the Wavelink. So settings. What can I do here? Oh, connect to device. Boom. Can I connect to it? No, I guess that's the input device, right? What am I missing here? Sorry. I'm not sure if I've got that option on the Wavelink software. It looks pretty basic. If I go into the Wavelink software and the settings, there's only like general, color theme, and whatever. Maybe because I'm on the Mac, it might be different. Where is the plugin? Oh, it's in the beta. So I have right. I think I know. Let me go into download. I think it's actually in the I think it's in the actual software. Let me just grab that first. 1 second. I think I understand now. So I think what I have to do is let's go. Let me grab it first. It's all good fun, isn't it? I think it might be right in here. have to add my device to the Wavelength 3. Okay, cool. Let's have a look what we got. Thank you very much. Yes, that'd be good to know. Just looking if there's anything else in the software, because they're suggesting online that the beta version of the Wavelength software comes with a plugin. So let's have a look. Hey there, I am running Tahoe. I think the latest, let's have a look at Tahoe 26.01. That's the version I'm running right now. Well, I can't get this to work. Doesn't look like it works with this Stream Deck then at the moment. I don't understand what's going on. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Downloads. beta 3.0 Stream Deck. All right, okay, so let me just pop this in here. Get my Stream Deck up. Okay, so according to this, it says here, Stream Deck integration, current official Stream Deck plugin, blah, 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 supports Wave 2. Right. The beta version of Wave 3.0 doesn't yet have a Stream Deck plugin, according to official comments from Elgato. So it doesn't look like there is a plugin yet. It's going to be developed in the next few weeks. So right now it looks like, from what everybody said, we're not able to use this workflow with a Stream Deck. At least not for now, until we get that working. But that's okay. So let's see what else I can do with this. So I could create a new mix. Let me just close Logic down. That'd be weird. I could send that to the other chat mix, okay? So you sing to me, track download 3.0. I don't have a plugin yet. What can I say? Yep. It's a shame that we don't have a plugin for Stream Deck. I mean, you can see it's working. I'm mixing stuff, but I have no control at the moment, which is a pain. The thing is, the Wave 2 software, if you don't have a hardware device, it's not going to work with, well, I guess it'll work with the virtual channels, but I haven't played with that for a long time. Because I did have an Elgato XLR interface some time back, but you know, there you go. Unfortunately. Howdy indeed. Thanks for joining. Just messing around with Elgato right now. Trying to get the mix going, which is fine. It's working. Can also play on this. So the piano works as well via Logic. So I've got my, what have I got right now? Okay. Just got my main mic, some music playing, Logic, and it just basically hijacks, like audio hijack for the Mac and other software. It just basically takes the input of source or whatever you add here from an app perspective, and you can see I've got the app set up, and there's obviously whatever app is running, I can bring that into here. Could even play a YouTube video. In fact, let's just try that, because that's always a bit of a problem sometimes. So let's just bring this up a second. Let's just find a video. In fact, I should do create a mix. It doesn't have to be YouTube, it can be anything. So I've got create a mix up here. I'm going to stop this music for a second. Okay, and then let's just add Google Chrome. add it to that mix, turn it down, and then let's just play some music. That's cool. So I'm playing the Creator Mix from Google. Okay. And then you just add the plus button if you wanted to add this to another mix. Can you link these together? So let's create another output. In fact, I'll just leave it as a virtual mix. And if I turn the volume down, that goes across both. So you can see me turning the volume up and down on the mix, the main input, changes the overall volume control here on that, which is cool. That works well. Okay. Let's make this a bit bigger. It'd be nice to have maybe a set of meters here. You can do plugins and things. See if I can add some effects. And there's some meters here as well. And some reverb. It's cool that you can add some effects straight away. Just bin that. Nice way of adding those. You can also add reverb to your own voice. Okay, some you can't. Let me just change that. Reverb 2, then you add this to the mix, and now my voice has got reverb on it. So you can add lots of different effects and things. I mean, you can do this in OBS and Ecamm as well, but you can have this enabled. What would be good is if you can have the Stream Deck enabling you to punch in and punch out these effects. Now, if they get some control where you're able to then add the effect that you want, that would be pretty cool. But let's see. I bet this won't work. Okay. So depends. All right, so that crashed. Oh, okay. We had a little bit of a problem. Wavelink broke unexpectedly. Okay, well, there you go. This is what happens, right? It is live. We broke it. Let's have a see. Let's go back to the chat for a second, because that's more interesting. Let me just play some music now. Okay, let's keep the music going for a second, because obviously that didn't work terribly well when it broke. So let's see what you're saying in the old chat. Elgato Wave Link 3 supports VST3 plugins on Windows and odd units and Mac. Yeah, for the volume control and other effects. Also integrates the Elgato Stream Deck volume controller plugin. Ah, that's good to know. Volume controller plugin. Let's try that, shall we? Because I've got that. That's just the standard volume control plugin, I think. just go back to sharing. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so I gotta run up Wave link again. Stop this music a second. Yeah, I got quite a few different plugins, been into music and stuff like that. So yeah, Elgato does have its own suite of VST plugins as well. Some of them are really good, like the voice remover and things like that, the voice control, which is cool. So let's start looking at what's available, because you can also use the that voice control software that Elgato's got, where if you're in a noisy room, it'll really start to make your voice sound good. And I'm sure that's a plugin as well. Like you've got me thinking about all these different possibilities. No, it was just the Wave link software that crashed, not my computer, thankfully, or else the live stream would have died. So yeah, it was just that. So let me go back to the mix on here, and I'll play a bit of music. Okay, you can hear that in the background. So let's look at Stream Deck a sec. So let's just grab this. So here's a volume control. Yeah, I think that's only for where's the volume control? Oh, here. Volume controller. Let's try that. What do we get? Okay, yeah, so you can adjust the chat mix. So there's the two mixes that are available, which are outputs. So what it's doing, the volume control, this particular plugin here is looking at what your submixes are. So it's going to find chat mix, and then the other one is the mix 2. So that's chat mix and mix 2, and they're aligned or assigned to these devices, which is good. So any output device that's listed in your machine will appear here. So it's not specifically to the Wavelink software, because these are virtual output devices. So in theory, now if I just did the chat mix, and then am I affecting the volume on here? Let me just see. It says I'm turning it up to 88% on the chat mix. I guess I can't tell whether I don't think I'm changing the volume too much on here, because that says 0 right now, and I haven't muted, so maybe not. And it's so I don't think that works either very well. Because I should be able to mute that mix. It should be basically doing. That's a shame. What else have we got? No, maybe I'll do the output. Let me just try that. Okay. Wrong one. Yeah, it doesn't pick up the submixes. It only picks them up as inputs, not outputs. Okay. That doesn't seem to work terribly well then, at the moment. Well, we just got to wait for the new plugin, which they said a couple of weeks for Stream Deck to come out. Therefore, it should work with this Wavelink software. Well, I thought I'd just play around today. First time looking at it. I think it's a good addition if you're in a pinch. If you're in a pinch, then you can use this software, I think, instead of using a hardware mixer. I think it's going to be good. There is a little bit of latency though. I'm just hearing my voice ever so slightly delayed. So again, that depends on, I don't know that you can change anything in here in the software itself. I don't think there's a way of controlling any of the output latency. So there's always going to be some latency in there. So if you can listen to your voice slightly, you don't have to have it in the mix though. I guess you could switch that off. In fact, I could just, yeah, I mean, I don't need to hear that actually. But obviously you do, because you can hear my voice, but I don't need to hear my own. I can just turn that off. And I can have this mix. Actually, what I could do is I could just rename this as my monitor. Oops, can't spell. So look at the monitor mix. And then I'm just going to add the music to that. And the output of that is going to be my... So all I'm getting now is... Let me just share that. So my mic is going to the main chat mix, which is what the live stream's hearing, together with the music. And then my monitor mix, which I've got the monitor on, is just the music. So all I care about is the mix of that music, and I can hear the music now. And I'm sending it out to you as well. So I could mute this music to the stream and I could just be hearing it. So I think there's a lot more flexibility. It's going to be good when we get the Stream Deck app. Quite like that. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat about anything to do with audio, live mixing, whatever. It was just a bit of a fun, impromptu stream tonight. I do appreciate you guys joining me. It's always nice to have some company whilst I'm playing around with this. What time is it? Oh yeah, the time change as well. Wonderful. All right, I'll keep the stream going for a little bit. As I said, if you've got any questions, just let me know. So that's pretty cool. I wonder what impact that has on the machine. Let's look at the activity monitor for a second. I'm just curious to see how much this has on the system. 27% CPU. Let me just close Logic down. That seems to be using quite a bit. Do 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 do. Let me just quit Logic. Free up some space. So what's interesting is when you do kill an app, it just says it's unavailable, but it doesn't remove it, which is fine, because I guess if you want to run it up again, you want to have everything saved. Now, one thing they don't have, from what I can see, is profiles. So let's say you wanted a different submix or a different mix in general for your Zoom call versus a live stream, something like that. Yeah, I like this. Lots of different ways of expanding. I think I'll probably do a proper video on this. Let me know what you think. Once we get the Stream Deck plugin, that's going to be good. And I like the fact that you can do all these different submixes. Probably have to play with it a bit more to see how it goes. Anyway, I do appreciate you all joining me tonight. If you've not got any questions or anything, then I'll probably just close the stream for now. And again, thanks for joining me and appreciate you being here tonight. Yeah, all looks good. So I'll speak to you soon. And yeah, see you in a bit.